What's going on, people? So, we're finally here. We finally get to move on to New Game Plus. Now, what does that mean? What do we have access to? Well, quite a bit. It pretty much gives us an overview of what carries over. Driver levels, like all the levels that we have for Rex, Nia, Morag, Tora, and Zeke, they stay the same. Equipment and advancement of drivers and blades, so like affinity that we get for all the blades and the drivers as well, because they also have affinity. Bonded blades, all the blades that we have equipped on Rex, for example, are his. All the ones on Nia are hers. Um, Anything that we've obtained, like non-story wise, we get like gold items that we have. Area development levels, like everything that we got up to level 5 is good. The one exception is Indole, because we did not work on that. So this time around, we will actually get Indole to level 5, which will be pretty easy because we could just buy and sell these cylinders. That's the fastest way of doing it. Pretty much everything that we saw in the game is available, and some of the unique monsters that we saw. And playtime, so we were at 180 hours, and it pretty much carries over. The things that... Oh, okay, so it continues on. So the new thing with the New Game Plus, it says it bonds with certain blades from Torna. So I am going to be explaining that when the time comes, but there are going to be new blades that we get to equip. And it only happens in New Game Plus. And these are people and characters that we have seen before. All blades can be dispatched on mercenary missions, so this time around we were able to use like certain blades for the mercenary missions. Now we can have everybody be able to do it, which includes Pyra, Mithra, Nia in blade form, Dromark, Pandoria, so all of the special blades, all the main character ones. And another thing that we get, unlock drivers' hidden affinities. There is a second affinity branch for the drivers, which is pretty cool. And when it comes to the lower character levels, we now have the ability to lower the levels for those drivers, which is pretty handy because it ties in with the one below that. We can exchange the experience for items, which we could get items to increase the accessory limit, so we could have 3 accessories on each character instead of just 2, which is really handy. We could get overdrive protocols if you wanted to switch out blades and put them onto somebody else. And we also get a unique thing for Zeke, which is the Eye of Shining Justice. This, when it's activated, we get certain buffs and bonuses when we use him in battle when we activate that. So pretty handy. And the stuff that isn't carried over, we can do them all over again. So once we save in the New Game Plus, the data will be overwritten, which is fine. Special blades that are through the story itself, like Rock, Aegeon, and Wolfric, they'll be made available once we get them through the story. The first one we'll get is Wolfric when we're traveling in Araya, and then we'll get Aegeon when Niall passes out, and then we'll get Rock later on. What else? All the mercenary missions will be reset, but that's fine because we get up to level 20, or level 5, so we could just do that later on. But we'll have to redo the quest, which is fine. I could just skip that because we did that before. And pretty much all the quests, Heart to Hearts, and skip travel points will be reset, which is fine because we get to travel anyway. And yeah, that should do it. So here we go. Now, one thing to mention, since I already did this playthrough already, I'm going to be skipping all the cutscenes, except for like the final few, because the only reason for the New Game Plus is to check out the new blades that we have access to, and pretty much just rush through the story, because we had already done it before. If you do want to see back the story, I do have like individual episodes that cover like the various chapter points. They have their own episodes. And same with the Blade quests, I set it up so that each one has its own individual episode as well. The only exception if you did notice, is Florin, the flower blade that I had equipped to Rex. The reason why I wasn't able to complete his was because one of the people that we have to talk to for him was an Indol, and they did not go anywhere else. So once again, we have another thing tied to Indol, and this was because of at a certain point in the story, we lose access to Indol. So I will be able to complete Florin's quest when we have Indol again. And we'll be able to do that like when we have everything available. So I'll probably wait until, probably wait for a while before I do it. So I just wanted to mention that. So we are ready to go. So let's get it. And we'll just set it to normal. So it'll just tell us it's different settings or whatever. And the cool thing with this is that all the tutorial stuff that we saw in the beginning, it's no longer there, which is kind of nice. And we are going to see some differences. So as you can see, we already have Mithra. And we're level 91. So, yeah.
Okay,
if that gives you a hint of how this is going to happen. So, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, so all the tutorial stuff is pretty much done and dusted. Yeah, once again, all the cutscenes are in the previous one, so we're going to be skipping these. So, pretty much just a lot of running around. And I was trying to find out when we get access to the new blades. I'm not exactly sure. I couldn't really find like a definitive point where we can get access to the new ones. I tried looking around. I guess we could technically get them now, but I'm not exactly sure.
This is where we were going.
So we'll just continue on with the story here. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of skipping. Yeah, so we do have like the pseudo tutorial here that pretty much explains like, yeah, we could go to the shops, we can equip stuff, yada yada yada. We could talk to what's his face and give him the mooring fee or whatever, so we could do that once again. And this is one of those, yeah, Hercum. This is one of the good deeds that we did with Perun. Oh, so it didn't do it again. All right. I think it probably happens after we get the bonus, so let's head back up over here. Yeah, as you can see, we already have a heart-to-heart, which is available. And that was for Adenine. So we'll talk to Bana once again. Yeah, so a lot of skipping, but since we are much stronger, we can just fly through it. Yeah, so we got the advance payment. Yeah, now we could talk to Gramps, tell him that, hey, we're leaving, and then he gets pissed off. But, you know, we can move on. Yeah, so a lot of running. Yeah, that about covers it. That does not about cover it. Yeah, so we have to do this because it is part of the story. The only thing that really changes is just the tutorial stuff that pops up, and that's about it. So just a lot of running back and forth in the beginning of this, which isn't too bad. Because we do the same thing again anyway. Yeah, talk to him. Alright, so we head back, but first, I just want to double check. Can we buy... Oh, he doesn't have it available yet. Alright. I think that's after we do the little salvaging tutorial. So we can check that afterwards. Yeah, so we talk to the Nopon, and they tell us that, oh, you don't have to come here all the time. You could just go talk to the courier. Yeah, so we could just travel back here and do that again. Yeah, so we talk to Max. Yeah, I'd like to transfer some money. Send 90,000. And there is a side quest that involved that. So later on, when we get like another 90,000, we could transfer it over to Corin. And it turns out there are a bunch of like fees when it comes to transporting stuff, so she ends up only getting like 40,000. So we pretty much go through the quest and try and figure out, all right, where's the money going to? Okay, so it's going to like transport and paying fees and stuff like that, which isn't too bad. Yeah, so we'll get this done real quick so you can get access to buying cylinders. We can try out the cylinder here.
Time for some treasure hunting. Yo.
Try and go for a triple. Yep, got it.
All right.
Yeah, so the salvaging isn't too bad. Some of the ones, I think I mentioned it before, some of the ones are always the same, whereas there are certain ones that have a randomized button press. And it's usually either X, X, Y, A, or B.
Treasure acquired.
Yeah, well, we did get a pretty good chest too, so I'll just grab this.
You're all mine.
There we go. Yeah, I'll talk to Riri. Told him that was actually really good. Yeah, so we get some cylinders, and now we're able to buy cylinders again. Alright, so let's see what he says. Oh, it doesn't have access to it now. Okay, so that might be later. Alright, we'll just head up to the inn. Yeah, so once again, because, yeah, as you can see, we're unlocking locations. It pretty much resets the fast travel stuff. So we'll talk to the canteen. It doesn't matter what we get. Yeah, this was also another thing that carries over too. Any of the deeds that we got from a previous playthrough, we get to keep, which is really nice. So all that stuff is still with us. And here, it doesn't matter what we get, so we'll just get one item to move on. And that is it for the preparations. We'll stay at the inn and keep going. Yeah, another little tutorial about the inn. Oh, so here we go. Yeah. So one of the few New Game Plus tutorials. So here it just explains that we, instead of just leveling up our characters, we can also take back levels. And here, yeah, explains it right here. The experience difference from lowering a level will be added to the bonus experience pool. You can talk to traveling bards to exchange bonus experience for valuable items. And these items are really good. We can also get legendary crystals. We can get overdrive protocols to move blades from one character to the next. We could get accessory unlocks. And we can also get parts or crystals for Poppy, so we could build on her as well, which is also really nice. Yeah, we can find them. I believe there's one in every place. I don't know where the bard is here. I'd imagine they'd be pretty close to the inn, so we'll be able to find them. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so we'll talk to them. Let's see what they have to offer. Alright, so yada yada. Telltales in exchange for items, another bonus experience. Okay. Okay, so each driver can only use character accessory expander kit once. So in order to do this, yeah, so this one costs 200,000, which is fine because once you hit like level 90, you have like a couple million experience. Now this is actually really good to have. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait for certain characters because in order for us to get this, we have to actually have the character out and about. Like if we use Rex here, we could get it for Rex. In order to get it for Nia, we would have to switch over to Nia and have her in the party. For Tora, we'll have to play as Tora, and so on and so on. So for now, we can wait. Yeah, so we'll have to wait for them to be available in the party. I think for now, I am going to lower levels because we can definitely... We're pretty strong as is, so we will get it for him. So I'd say, for now, probably... level 20 would be alright. So we get, yeah, 1.9 million. So we're still plenty strong, which is good, because by now we're probably like level 1 or 2. Yeah, so this is like the best first thing that we get with the experience is the accessories. Because it gives us the ability to have 3 accessories. Yeah, we'll get the loading done.
Good
All right,
morning.
so let's talk to
I
the
hope I didn't
bard.
snore or anything.
Ugh, I slept like a baby.
Okay, let's talk to him again. So we got accessory expander kit. Alright, so we will use that. Oh, okay, so we gotta go to the character itself. Character expand. Yes. Alright, so overclocking, Omega Drive, and let's use... let's use one of these. We did get a bunch from some of the other battles, which is fine. This will also be useful if we have some of the Vam braces, because we can do more damage to enemies that are higher level, but we won't need that too much. I could probably go for a blade and see if we get them. I could probably try that. Let's see. Yeah, I think I will. I don't think that would hurt. So let me get Comet Choker. And what was the other one? Bunnet Choker? I think that's the highest one. Okay, so 65. And this is the affinity one too. So here we have hidden affinity. These are very useful to have, but they are expensive. So let's see what we have available. Reduce enemy break resistance, which is really good because we could set up the break topple, launch, and smash. Surprise attack by 50%. That's actually pretty good. If we can attack them, that's actually really good. Strength by 10 is good. Yes, as you can see, this one costs 12,000. Restore 3% HP when canceling an auto attack with a driver art. That is actually pretty handy, but 15,000. Yeah, so some of these will be a while before we get... Yeah, luck by 10% for 10,000. 20,000 for this one. 25 for this one. 30,000 for that one. Oh, that one's pretty good too. Yeah, so it might be a little... I might not get these, because that is like a lot of farming right there. But we do have 4,800, and we can go for the first one. Increase affinity by 25% after winning a special button challenge. That is when we get the little button prompt to show up. And we can do that.
That's about that.
Alright, so who do we have access to? Oh, we have Florin, so let's take Praxis.
I've waited for this.
And Florin, because Florin...
Thanks. I'll do my best.
Will be pretty useful here because we can heal. Oh, never mind. It wasn't Wolfric that was talking about. The unnamed core crystal. When we first get to Torrigoth, we actually have the core crystal tutorial where we resonate with Rex. That's the core crystal. That's the blade. Yeah, because the one that he usually gets is a wind type. And I just realized that one's not here. So we'll be resonating with that one. And it's going to be the same exact one that we get because it's based on whatever we get first. So we'll be getting that one later when we first travel to Torrigoth. Alright, weapons are good. And as you can see, it expanded up a bit. So let's try... Let me see if the other ones increase luck. I don't think so. I don't see any luck increase. I could always do this. I don't have any bonuses that I can see. And she has the item drop rate. I kind of want to keep that. Yeah, luck by 50, so it's going to be magnet. Can I give this to the other two? Let me figure it out.
That's very kind of you.
Because if I can,
Hey,
I can actually just have these two
you're the
equipped.
boss.
Okay, I need blade, magnets, dexterity. Okay, hold on. Okay, so that's a no. What about you? Ah, luck by 50. Okay, so that's good. Let's have that one. Yeah, it's too bad we didn't get the other one. Yeah, it's only strength and agility, dex. It's alright, at least we get one of them. So, let's see if that is the case. Yeah, I'll see if that's the case. And I'll go to the Blade album and show you. It's like it has like a bunch of question marks. I'm not going to hover over them because their silhouettes will kind of spoil who they are. So if we get one, I will show who we get if we do. If not, it's going to be pretty interesting. I'll use, I think for now, I'll just use the rare crystals because we do have a lot of legendary crystals. For the common ones, I think I'll just sell those if I have a bunch of those. But yeah, I'm not going to hover over the silhouettes because that will be a dead giveaway to some of the blades that we'll be getting. So let me double check. Okay, so the common crystals I'll sell. I'll use the rare crystals right now, see if we get anybody for Rex. And legendary core crystals I will save for later. So for now, I'll just sell these so we can get them out of the inventory. Because we don't need those. Alright, let's see if we get some blades. So I will stop it right here, and I will cut to if we get a blade. If not, I will move on with the story. Alright, see you in a bit. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, so it does work. Alright, so we got Perdido. This was a blade that we see that was equipped to one of the Torna characters. Okay, so we got Perdido. And then because we got him, let's not set. And we will check out the Blade album. So yeah, he was one of the first ones. So let's get a quick save, and we will actually head back to the menu. Because this is the only way to do it. We'll take a look at his awakening. Yeah, this is a blade that has like the multiple weapons. Because I think he has like 4 arms. Which is pretty crazy. So, Event Theater. Alright, create blade. We need P. A lot of blades. Perdido. Here we go. Yeah, and I'll be doing this for the other ones as well. Yeah, all the weapons.
My name is Perdido. You'd best remember it.
Yeah, I tell you what though, I didn't expect to get him so early. That was like, what, 3 blades or something like that? So that was actually pretty cool. So I will do the same thing. I will cut here and continue wishing because I still have a bunch of rare cores. So I will see you with the next blade. See you in a bit. Okay, so here we are. We have the last rare core crystal. The only one that I have gotten so far is Perdido. I figured I would just show this last one because we haven't had any luck with it. Yeah, I think with the rare core crystals, it's like a 3% chance, depending on the... well, it has like a table. A lot of the new ones have like a 0.25 to get, and these have like a 3-point system out of 100. So the pity system with the wishes... or yeah, wishing for the core crystals. It's based out of 100, and the rare crystals are like 3, and I think the legendaries are like 5 or something like that. But the blades from Torna are like a 0.25 or something like that. So I was kind of surprised we got Perdido so quick, but yeah, this is the last one. And the one I am looking for is an electric based, so I do have some boosters here. Hopefully, I guess we'll see. If not, we don't, but yeah. No, so no luck. Alright, so yeah, I'll just try and get them later. Yeah, so I have like a bunch here. I'll get rid of them later because I'll just double check and see what they have for now. So, for now, I will just give him something else because we don't need the luck. We had... what was it? It was the box, I believe. Yeah, Mega Drive. And then we will give him... Doesn't really matter too much, but I do want to give him something. Probably go for this, like a battle course. Because we could get, like, experience. Because we are going to need that experience. So, let's re-equip Rex with Praxis and Florin.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
And we are going to go. Yeah, so that was like, what, half an hour or something like that? Isn't too bad. Alright, so we go this way. Yeah, we'll travel over to the boat over here. And once again, any of the cutscenes, we're skipping them because we already saw them. I am ready, so let's mosey. It would be really cool if we had like an option that would automatically skip the cutscenes. It's kind of like what I'm doing right now. Because I have to like manually do it, which isn't too much of a bother. I mean, the prompts work really well. The cutscene prompts, like to skip it, pops up pretty quickly, so... Yeah, I figured it would just be easier if we had that available.
And arrived.
Oh, this is where we were going.
Yeah, we'll talk to Sever, and then Malos. It's been a while. Yeah, so after we're done with him, we go topside because it is our shift. Then we'll be talking with Nia, but we're going to be skipping that, so moving on. And then I believe it just puts us right in the battle on the... Oh, we got to jump down for it. Oh, I can't jump down from here. Papunin, what's up?
Your time.
Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, because we're going after the boat. Alright, Porter formation. Yeah, so there's Nia. She's level 92, so clearly overpowered. Can't change her levels here because we need to have... an in for that. But I believe since she is in the party, let me double check something. Okay, so she doesn't have blade form, and because we're at this point, we can't change anything. So we will move on. Oh, we'll attack the enemy that pops out of the door. She'll be pretty quick, because I think Nia might like take him out instantly. Yeah, pretty close to instantly. So yeah, that's why I wanted to lower the levels. Because even though we'll have plenty of levels if we need them. It'll make it more fair for the enemies. But yeah, there's nothing here that we need, so we can pretty much just go right through.
Hey, look what I found!
We'll have to go... Gotta remember where. We have to pick up a cylinder and reset the... whatever it is. Okay, so not this way. I believe I gotta drop down more, so we'll just hit this. This way. Yeah, we can pretty much ignore him. Yeah, there are only two enemies that we find down here that we only have to fight. It's that first initial one that shows up on the deck, And then the so-called boss at the bottom. Everything else down here, including this guy that breaks through the door, we could just ignore. I thought there was another... That isn't where we had to go? I'm already lost in this place. Let me go up here real quick. Yeah, I'm already lost in here.
Up.
Yeah, I thought it was this way. I guess it's not. It's gotta be farther down then.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like I don't spend a lot of time through here, so... Yeah, I guess it was through here. I just had to take the door. I guess it kind of makes sense, because this shines. Alright, so this is what we need then. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so we gotta reset this right
And
here.
arrived.
Oh, this is where we were going.
But we need to go over here for it. So I'll pick up the cylinder. Okay, so we got the cylinder. After much running around.
Huh.
Yeah, so we gotta turn on the power. Can we? No, can't skip that. Power on. Main systems activated. Yeah, so this is fight number 2, which is automatic. We have to do this one.
Okay, time to take you down.
And easy enough.
Jin.
Yep. Yeah, so a lot of cutscenes right here. Oh, this is trippy. I didn't expect. Yeah. I'm talking to Mithra, Pyro for the first time. We have Mithra. I forgot there was a walking section right there. Yeah, so pretty much just skipping the cutscenes, and here we're going to be fighting Malos, which would be pretty easy because we can just do this,
Sword bash.
and he's done. And then it goes into the cutscene again, so that is chapter 1 complete, pretty much. Yeah, I told you it's going to be quick. It's going to be much quicker. So yeah, there we go, chapter 1 complete. Yeah, so now we're on Torrigoth, and we have to rendezvous with Nia and Dromark, because we're only with Pyra right now. I am going to switch over to Pyra, because I believe there are some affinity nodes that we do have to unlock for her.
So, Papunin, why...
Yeah, so we'll skip that as well. Alright, so once we have access to Rex... Whatever it decides to load. There we go. Alright, so let's switch over to Pyra. Yeah, there are plenty of nodes that we have to do. Ferrous enemies and Gormons, we can find those. Those are the dog-type enemies, so we just have to get 6. This one is actually pretty handy because we do fight a lot of beasts. Cooking, we can just leave that because we pretty much have everything else. Yeah, so some of these we could definitely get, like, now or whatever. Alright, we should be good blade-wise, but I think I'm going to give her Meteorite Sword because of the attack bonus right there. We've had the Eternal Sword on her for quite some time. We could also do that one. I think I want to go with Prion. Yeah, she'll definitely need the attack boost. Yeah, because even though they are kind of the same blade, Pyra is a little bit weaker than Mithra. So we do want to have, like, the attack buff, which is definitely handy. And I kind of want to see what else we have. I could probably borrow some of these. Mithra has opening art 4. Is there somebody else that has... Yeah, opening art 3. So let's get this one from Nia, because it's going to be a while until we get Blade Nia. And that one's going to be pretty handy. HP attack, and then do we have anything for Flora that we could use? I don't think I have any healing ones. I'm thinking like a critical would be fine. Yeah, I'll have to check and see what we have access to later. Alright, so we should be good to go. You got Pyro once again. Alright, so we'll meet up with Gramps. Yeah, even though he fell in battle, he's actually quite alright because he turns into Tiny Gramps, which is pretty funny. Yeah, see, he's fine. Yeah, there he is, Tiny Gramps, sitting in the helmet. Yeah, see, he is all good. Yeah, definitely a sad little cutscene, seeing it for the first time, but yeah, he's quite alright. Alright, so the tutorial for the field skills is with this, and since we have Pyra, we are good to go, because she does have some levels.
I call upon the power of fire.
Yeah, it's definitely handy. And then we can meet up with Nia at the top of the hill. Yeah, there isn't anything... As far as I know, there are a lot of places we don't really need stuff. That might be stuff down the road that we'll probably get if we need it.
All in one.
But I think when it comes to like chests or whatever, we'll pretty much just skip it. Alright, we got the frog.
Sword
And
bash.
it's done. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
So why you guys?
We like traveling around, that's why, Nia. Alright, so now we have Nia in the party. So let's see if she can do anything. Okay, so we do have access to that. For her stuff, pretty much the same thing. We have some pretty good ones for her that help out with healing. Reduce enemy break and resist, which is really good. Luck by 20, which is really good. We've just seen 5,000. But we will get the 2,500. Heals 25 HP each time a chain attack is initiated, which is pretty good.
Hey, we didn't do half bad.
Affinity, boost East, Ether, boost luck, which is pretty good. Maximum HP, agility, strength. Yeah, so a lot of these are actually pretty much the same. But some of them we might not see, because once again, they're like a ways away. Alright, so Nia is going to have access to... Okay, so we do have Wolfric. Let's see, we could probably get... Yeah, we could definitely take Nim for now.
I've been sharpening my fangs for this. I've been sharpening my fangs for this day to come.
And let's take... Who should we take? We could probably take Theory. He's not too bad. So let's...
I hope I won't disappoint.
Yeah, let's place her in the first one. Let's do that.
I hope
And
I
then
won't disappoint.
Nimri.
I've been sharpening my fangs for this day to come.
Alright, so we are good to go. Accessories. We'll have to travel back over to Argentum to have her do the thing. I don't think we have access to it right now. Oh, we do. Okay, let's do that real quick. Alright, so I'll reset her level to level 20, and then we can give her the accessory kit. We'll have to switch to her so we can have access to it.
That was a slog.
Just because it's familiar territory doesn't mean you can drop your guard.
Okay. So let's set up the levels, because we're going to set her to level 20. Let's do 21, because we did do a little bit of fighting.
Yeah, I'm feeling stronger than before.
Okay, weird. Yeah, we'll do the same thing with Toro when we get him later on. So we're going to be getting him pretty soon. Yeah, because we also have
You
a traveling
seemed quite
bard that
fatigued. I'm glad you got
we can
rest.
get pretty soon.
Nice
one in,
cat nap.
Torrigoth. Alright, so hit that one for Neo. Alright, character, Neo, that, nope, wrong one. Accessory. Expand. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so we have Battle Chorus. We could probably do the same thing for Nia because we are going to be needing some extra experience if we need to get the items once again for the bards. So I usually have a lot of like character switching and like extra stuff on Rex. For Nia, I usually like to have a little bit of extra healing and the launch duration. I will probably have to keep an eye out for the enhanced version of the Tyrant Ring, because this is like the common rarity. I want to get like the 3-star one. Might be a little while before I find it. And Tora has the break resist stuff because he has access to Poppy QT, and Cutie Pie. She's the one that does the break, which is pretty handy. So for now, she is good to go. And we could travel back over to Gormont. I will say, it is really handy that we can fast travel at this point, because technically we're still
Let's
like
rest
here.
a spell.
So, shall we?
So I will say that does come in pretty handy. Oh yeah, by the way, I should check. I think the plans that Nia has are actually decent. Because she is a tanker. I don't think we need anything too crazy. Yeah, I would like to get some more of the Prion ones, because that one's actually really good. Increase the enemy drop rate. I think I'll keep that for now. Yeah, because I never checked Florin too. He can also use one. Do we have anything? Gold drop rate? No, probably not. Let's give him this one. Yeah, we could give him some attack. And Praxis is fine because she has the Snare Lance, which is the attack. And Drillmark. I think he's fine where he is. Yeah, we should be fine anyway. Alright, so moving on. Yeah, so we'll just head over to the next part and we'll get closer and closer to Torrigoth. Yeah, I believe this time around, I don't know if we have... Yeah, because I think Sheba has lockpicking. I think she has a couple of levels. We could technically open the chest that's right up here. The first time we come here, we can't open it because we don't have access to lockpicking. But I believe Sheba has a couple of levels, but we don't really need it because there isn't anything worth value right now. So if we wanted to open it, we could. By the way, I should show, after we destroy the log here.
I call upon the power of fire.
There's something pretty interesting that we have when we have Drillmark available, which I didn't show last time. We actually ride Drillmark when we have him out and about as Nia, which I thought is pretty funny. Yeah, I forgot to show that when I was playing as Nia. So we have Drillmark equipped. We can actually ride him. Yeah, which is pretty funny. I will have to... That kind of reminds me, though. I never really checked if this works with, like, someone like Rex. He's about the same size as Neo. But I don't think that's the case. I think this only happens with Neo. But yeah, I did want to show that. I think it's kind of funny. I'll have to check that later. It might be a while, though. Alright, so another one skip. Here's Torrigoth, yada yada. Alright, so it's low tide. I can't exactly hop down. Would be nice if I could, but we'll just move on. Yeah, so a lot of running in this playthrough. In this part, anyway. Yeah, because we get to travel all over the place. There isn't really anything that we need to do that's, like, out of the way. So we should be good. There's also another thing I have to check later on. I don't think I beat the... Oh, these are the Balf enemies, by the way. But I think we need the Ferris. No, that's abundance. We need the Ferris enemies for Pyra, so we gotta keep that in mind. If we do see him, we could take him out with Pyra. Yeah, there's an... I don't think I beat it, so we might have to redo the little... feeding the Armu quest line thing again. Because in order to have that one appear in New Game Plus, we have to have the tombstone available, but in order to have that happen, we have to defeat it. I think we didn't do that, so we'll have to do that one again, which is fine. It's just a bunch of items. Because these are really good for farming legendary cores. But there are also other ones that also have like a pretty good drop rate. Yeah, so here is the resonating with the blades tutorial that we got a while back. And we actually do meet that guy later on in a side quest. The one that did get the blade. Yeah, so since we have Chiba, that is not available. I do want to check and see if we have like any... Oh, you're still setting up. Alright, do you have premium? No. Yeah, so as you saw right there, Gormont is level 5. Since we do need to skip ahead, we'll just head down through here and we'll fight... what's his name again, this soldier? I can't remember his name. I've said it a couple of times, I just...
Just do what
Patrick,
you were
that's
raised
who it
to.
is.
Double spinning shot. Get in close and draw their attention. Scorpion tail.
Yeah, so as you can see, pretty easy.
Better.
Yeah, I keep... Yeah, his name is Patrick. He's like one of the higher-ups.
They're so strong. Such strength.
Yeah, I'm pretty strong at this point. Dude, you have no idea. Yeah, because he's one of the ones that actually report to...
Will we have the advantage?
I'm with you, Neo.
Scorpion
Full steam
tail.
ahead.
Okay, so we'll do a couple of attacks. Yeah, it's much easier.
No good.
Take out Patrick
This
again.
way, we have a chance.
There we go. Yeah, then we'll meet up with Tora. And we'll have to do the same thing with him. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to play as Tora. When we can. But right now, Nia is gone. Emerald. Emerald is green, Padraig. That was a pretty funny cutscene. Yeah, so here we have the cooking tutorial with Pyra, because we're given a bunch of stuff. So here, try making stuff here.
I just thought of a great menu idea. Look forward to that later.
Alright, clear bake, complete. Delicious. Alright, race to find Neo. Yeah, so there are a couple of people that we have to talk to. We also have the informant that we could talk to. And we also have Pyro wearing her hoodie. And I'm kind of
I just thought of a great menu idea.
I think we do have
Look
plenty of
forward to
items.
that later.
It looked like we could make this again several times. So we could do this 3 times. Okay. Yeah, because that'll just go towards her cooking total. I think we should be at 5. Oh, 5. Okay, cool. Sweet. Alright, so let's head up through here. We'll talk to Lope, or Lope. Yada, yada, yada. Something about an execution. Yeah, so as we know right now, it turns out that Morag was spreading rumors, which we didn't know at the time. And that's why the people were talking about that. So we were pretty much like baited into going to where Morag was. Alright, now I will just show this real quick. The next bard that we find in Torrigoth, I believe, is over...
And arrived.
All in one piece.
No, he's over here. The bard that we find for Torrigoth is standing right over here. Yeah, as you can see. And this one, let's see what we has available. So the first one has the accessory upgrade where we can have 3 accessories. This one gives us ether crystals, which is really good because we could use this to upgrade Poppy, Poppy QT, and Poppy QT Pie. So this one is definitely worth it. We could save the experience for later. But I'm thinking since it is Rex, we could probably get this now. Because 20,000 ether crystals is actually quite a bit. So we'll get this for now. Okay, so we'll talk to Mui. Yada, yada, yada. Somebody captured Nia. Okay, so we have...
And arrived.
Cyan. Talking about the soldiers around. Someone to the right.
Up.
Oh, they're up above. Oh, so I gotta go... I gotta jump on the thing here. Oh yeah, we could call talk to Seagull. Oh, see, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, so once we get to this point, we talk about the core crystals, stuff like that. Yeah, this is where we could resonate with the original blade that we got. So, the blade does change. I think we can either get like a male or a female blade. And I believe the first one we get is always going to be a wind type. And I think it's always a knuckle type too, the one with the fists. And it's always the same exact one, so since we got that one, we'll get the same exact one in here. So it'll just give us this. Skip Awakening, because it's always going to be the same. So, Mireille. Yeah, and if we take a look at her, wherever she's at, yeah, she's automatically, like, already done. And I believe, yeah, she's fully done. So one thing that is really handy, especially since it's the first one we get, it's really handy to have, even though we might not get, like, the secondary skills, to have at least a 3 mastery potential instead of like a 1, because we could definitely use that for later on, especially if we're doing like the traversing the walls. We need wind mastery for that, so definitely handy to have at least a 3 proficiency in the mastery. Alright, so let's talk to him. It's like, oh, maybe we should because of, you know, he's a soldier. Alright, I believe... Okay, so let's talk to Taruni. Let me sell a couple of things. Some of this I don't need. This place with machine hunter reflecting enemy I don't need. Red switch. Get rid of this. Yeah, so I can get rid of some of these. I do want to keep some of the heal ones. Movement heal we won't need because that'll just be like a detriment. Invasion focus we don't need. Launch resist we don't need. Art stealth. Probably not. Endurance, no, we don't need. Critical up, we'll keep. Block rate is really good, so we'll keep that. Aggro attack, we don't need this. Don't need that. I'll keep the physical defense. Indoor attack is good. Fire defense, I'll get rid of. Reflect, I'll get rid of. This I'll get rid of. Yeah, so some of these I don't need too much. Attack, this heal. Damage heal is pretty good. I need to make a couple of those. Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of some of these. That. Art heal, let's keep that. Affinity max accuracy, we'll get rid of. Aggro boost, we don't need. Specials, don't really need that one, so we'll also get rid of that. Auto attack stealth, we don't need. Special, we don't need it. Don't need an infinity boost. Beginning, knockback resist, we don't need. Weapon sword, we don't need. Alright, and let's get rid of some of these. There are some I do need to keep. So I need at least 2 batches of these. You're going to keep that. Pretty much everything above alphabet course I need to sell. So, quite a bit of these. Because we can always get more of these too. So I can pull up the list of who drops what. Okay. Pretty good money. It'd be cool if we can like mass sell, but we have to individually sell everything, which is kind of annoying. Okay, we're good with that. We'll leave those, and we'll leave those. Alright, since we do need to actually buy stuff, I'll leave that, because I did accidentally do that. Okay, so we bought that. Okay, so now we got that. We are good to continue. And we just head back over to Tora's house and debrief. But first, since we should have auxiliary cores available, yeah, here we go. So, critical up, I already have a couple of those. Block rate, we can probably get another one of these, so let's do... Okay, so we have another block rate. After taking a hit, do we have... Oh, so I don't have enough of the arts heal. Let's get a physical defense. I'll do this one. Do we have... so I'll use these. Okay, so that's pretty good. Yeah, so you're just gonna get a few more. I need acid tomatoes for that, I guess. So we'll have to wait for that. Alright, the cylinders, I think it's the same ones available. Yeah. Actually, wait a minute. We are going to be needing these for Indul, so let's buy these, because it's going to be the same amount. Because we could buy everything from, like, everywhere else and then turn around and sell it. Now we'll just head back over to Tora's house. Yeah, because we got to do that later on anyway.
We're here.
So, shall we?
Honey, I'm home. Yeah, so you do the little debrief. And I think we got to stay at the end to increase the cloud level, but since it's already up. Yeah, we have to go to the inn anyway to lower the water level, because that's how we get onto the ship. Yeah, I think I'm good with everything. Yeah, it's definitely just a lot of running. Oh, because I gotta talk to you because I gotta get the biome. Oh, yeah. So we're getting the stuff for the, yeah, I forgot about this. Getting all this stuff from Poppy. Yeah, so here we have like 2 choices. We can come up with the money or we can actually go salvaging. Since I don't feel like doing the salvaging, because I kind of want to save the cylinders for later. We can just do the farming, or we could give the people the money. All right, so we got the what was it, crabbles that we have to fight. This will be fine. Yeah, so you notice right here, we got the completion. We already had these at this point, so we are good to go. As for that one, we do have to fight the enemies, so we will talk to... oh yeah, we don't have to talk to them, because that was the other one. So we'll just head over here. I'll hop into the water and we can climb on the branch here. Yeah, leap. Yeah, so I tell you what, much easier with the New Game Plus, because we pretty much know where everything is. We'll have to reference back if we need to, but yeah, we're good with everything.
And arrived.
All in one piece.
Yes, yada yada yada.
No! We lost the upper hand.
And it's done. Alright, so let's fast travel over.
We're here.
So, shall we?
Alright, let's talk to Seedwin. Yeah, we got you the sensor back. So now we got that, we can head over back to Tora's house and finish up with Poppy. Yeah, so I believe we had gotten Poppy Cutie Pie. She should be available.
We're here.
So,
we'll find out after
shall
we
we?
do this. We'll just do a double check. Yeah, same with QT. Well, she's story related, so we get her anyway. We could skip that because we don't need to do it. Yeah, because you don't necessarily need the parts for her right now, because we did get the ether crystals, which is really good for Poppy. And now that we have Tora, let's switch over to him, because we can head over to Argentum. Let me do this. There we go. And let me see. Okay, so this is an example of certain blades being available at certain times. So even though we did the QT and Cutie Pie stuff, we will have to do those again, unfortunately. Which is fine, because QT will get during the story when we're traveling in Moradane. And Cutie Pie, we will have to do the heart-to-heart in Leftheria. And then come back and get all that stuff. And we should be good to go. So let's fast travel over to Argentum. Yeah, we'll also get the, we could use some of the crystals now on Poppy. So we can also, give her some stuff as well.
Long journeys make Tora tired.
What will we find?
Okay, so I believe it is not Affinity, but the Poppy Swap. So we could give her this. I think a good one would be like 500 maybe. So I think that'll be good. Keep her on tank. We'll have to just see if we can get anything later on. We could do some of these. So we could give her one of these and probably... Yeah, because as you can see, it actually starts to cost a bit more. This one's 2,000. This one, I think, yeah, it's 10,000. So I think just one of these is fine. So let's give her... Let's give her this one. Alright, so the one that she has right now is Tank Mod 1. We could probably give her, if we can make it, Tank Mod 2 would be fun. So we can, let's get that for her. Keep her the same element. Yeah, so this is like its own thing. You could make her pretty specialized. We could change like the role of Poppy to like anything, pretty much, because we could change like what she does. We could also change her element. As you can see, we have like different elements. When it comes to like stuff like that, we don't really have to worry about it too much. Pretty much just increasing like the energy converter here so we can equip more and more stuff. So we really don't have to do anything too much. So I do want to get like another arts card too, so we do want to do that. So roll, we'll give her the Tank Mod 2, which will increase defenses a little bit, and we'll make an arts card. So probably something defense related. As you can see, we only have like so many available, and this is it's all done with that minigame. It's a reset. So yeah, there are some of them that we can't get right now because we'll have to do like certain things for it. So, and yeah, because damage absorb is pretty good for the tank one. Specials enhancing RAM. Let's see what we have available. I did get this one. Increased damage dealt to the front. So why don't we remove that one? Why don't we see what we could do? If we could get like a defense one, because there are defense ones. Damage dealt to the side, Beast Slayer. Damage dealt to the back. Aquatic Slayer, Affinity Boost. Are there any defense available ones? I don't see any. At least none that I have available. So, yeah, why don't we just have that one available for now? It should be just fine. Arts cards. Probably just have the accuracy for now. So let's get that one. It's not going to do too much of an increase, but as long as she has something, which is alright. Yeah, because Cutie Pie has the accuracy, so we'll give her this one. And then skill upgrade, I feel like we could probably give her something. Okay, so these are other ones. So, Arts Aggro Boost. I wonder if it's that one. Skill RAM, skill upgrade. Can we not get those? Yeah, because this is also something I don't normally do too. I don't usually do too much with Poppy. Or QT. I usually just add stuff to Cutie Pie. I think for now we could probably just give her like Life Drain. That one's not too bad. So for now we can just give her that. So she has at least something, so she's a little bit stronger now. Yeah, so she's just fine. Alright, let's set up Tora for his stuff. We'll also reset his level. We'll probably increase it.
Yeah, I'm feeling stronger than before.
Yeah, so we'll set him to 25. And then when we get Neo, we'll just stand it and increase it to like 25. Yeah, so I will at like certain increments, I'll like raise the levels so that we could stay at like a pretty comfortable spot where we're not like completely overpowered, but we're still going to do like a fair amount of damage against a lot of enemies. Alright, then we'll talk to the Bard.
Fur of Masterpon is ruffled. Engage comb protocol.
Okay, accessory expander kit. Okay, Tora is good, so we can go to his accessories, expand, yes. So a lot of the times when it comes to the Tora, because I usually use him for like the breaking, to have the combo set up, pretty much just breaking stuff. But since we are going to be going for the experience, I am also going to be giving him the battle course as well. And for this playthrough, the New Game Plus playthrough, we're pretty much going to be sticking with this group, Raxania and Tora, because that one I am most comfortable with. And just like with everybody else, he also has the secondary affinity. He's currently sitting at 38, so we could get the 25 one. So it will be agility.
Good work, puppy!
Yeah, so also some pretty decent ones too. He also has a topple one, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's not too bad. And this one's also really good too. Slightly fills the party gauge when an excellent is scored during a special. I have an accessory equipped at Rex that actually does that, so that one is also really good to get. But it might be a little while before we get it, so. Alright, so we are good to go for now. We'll unequip Marae because we don't need her. We'll get Florin.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
And then we'll travel back over to here. Torgoth will be staying at the inn because we have to lower the water level, so that's how we'll get onto the ship. And we can go rescue Nia again.
Whew. Let's rest a spell.
So, shall we?
Alright, so we'll do a long rest because we get a lower thing. Short rest, I guess. Yeah, I thought we had to do that. Because that's the only way we can get it to work.
Fur of Masterpon is ruffled. Engage comb protocol.
Oh, do we have to have the conversation first and then travel back to... Okay.
We're here.
So, shall we?
Alright, so we have to have this interaction first. Okay, so we'll do this. Then... Oh, the water level. Alright, so that automatically went down. Alright, so we will safely head down. We could theoretically, like, drop down, but I'd rather, like, be very careful doing that.
Up. Oh.
Because we also don't have a lot of HP to do that with. be able to grab... Oh, no, that's alright. Yeah, having a bit of extra HP when it comes to the fall damage helps out.
And arrived.
All in one piece.
Alright. Yeah, we'll just hop onto the ship. Just about there. Alright. Alright, here we are. Yeah, so I believe nothing here should aggro, so we could pretty much ignore everything. Including the soldiers. So we don't have to worry about them. Or at least I think
And
that's
arrived.
the case. So we can
All
just
in
like
one
walk
piece.
by them and they won't do anything. So let's go in through here.
Poppy power!
Yeah, we have more than enough stuff for that. Yeah, we can go say hi to Drillmark first. Alright, so we got Drillmark. And then we can head over to the next area here. We have to deactivate these so we can travel up. So we have to do this one.
Poppy power!
Because the steam right there is blocking us. Okay, so we are good to go. And then we can travel upstairs. Yeah, it's so much nicer that we don't have to deal with the aggro of enemies.
Wow! World has many amazing places in it.
Alright, so this
Perhaps
is one way.
rest and enjoy
We'll have to
view
just
for a bit.
Go right through. Gonna have to open. Okay. Then we can rescue Nia. Yeah, she's gonna be level
Okay,
21, which
time
is
to
fine.
take
Let's
these
get these guys
down.
out
We
first.
can do this together.
Don't
Double
forget.
spinning edge.
Take this.
Yeah! Anchor shot. Ha!
Keep eye on it.
Okay, there we go.
Ah.
Yeah, so just like that, we'll have some battles that we'll have to do, which is fine. Okay, so party is good to go. Get a level 1 access key, nice. So I will reset the party a little bit. Okay, so she has Theory and Nim. We'll reset her again, so she has Theory here.
I hope I won't disappoint.
Nim.
I've been sharpening my fangs for this day to come.
Okay, and we are good to go. And we can increase her level later on. Okay, so we'll have the automatic thing here. Gotta find a way to open the door. Which is upstairs. So we get the level 2 access key. No power. Yeah, so we gotta find a way upstairs. Since we can't use that, we gotta go this way. Yeah, we can open the door now. Because this is the key for it. Yeah, I forgot that wasn't one way, we just needed a key. Alright, so... check the map. We can head over to the right, like right over here. Pretty much the central command. Run on through, because nothing's going to happen. That is for the bridge, which we don't need now. So we just head down here. Activate that, because we can get a quick way down. good to go, right? Or, oh, here we go. Okay, so now we've restored power. Yeah, we can also jump over the railing, too. Alright, so the door is open. Yeah, and a while back I had said that in order to get that drawbridge unlocked, we had to travel back over here and pick up the key. It doesn't show up now. It only shows up after that.
Time to take you down.
Because we could travel like right over there where it would be, and it wouldn't be there just yet. And it only shows up after we do the all the stuff with the guy here, and then fighting Morag, and then once we leave Toria. I think it shows up at like what, chapter 3. I believe that's when it happens. Like after we do the after we talk with like Uman and then travel over. Alright, so yeah, I'll show you. We travel over here and it's like not over here just yet. So that little key right there won't show up until chapter 3. So we don't have to worry about it now. Yeah, so we'll head out and
Wow!
fight with
World
Morag.
has many amazing places in it.
Perhaps rest and enjoy view for a bit.
Yeah, once again, it's going to be another pretty decent fight because we are
You put your
good
feet
to
up
go.
over there.
What would you have
Okay, let's do this.
Flame Nova!
No,
You
I'm
should step
fired.
back a minute, as I thought. Hearts of everyone.
Aegis is not to be sniffed at.
So top auto attack in, and there she goes.
Flesh wound.
Yeah. Alright, there we go. Chapter 2 complete. So I feel that was a pretty good opening for New Game Plus. Yeah, so it's going to be much faster this time through. Alright, so I think we can call this a pretty good stopping point because we're going to be moving on to Chapter 3 next. This one might take a little bit longer because this is when we travel through Uriah with Van Dam. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later.